Whoa. What is up, white people? Yes. What is up, everybody? I hope everything is amazing for you all as always. I'm your host, the Honorable OCT OctaviusHaye, and this is the WACCast podcast. So, without further ado, let's talk whack tune. Cardi B and Offset are having issues right now. Now, of course, this all started when I guess some old footage or some footage just in general leaked of Offset with some chick at their home. I don't know if it's their current home or home they previously had. I don't know how old or how new the footage is, but it's some footage that leaked. And of course, a lot of people talking about Cardi needs to leave him. They believe Tasha K covered this. She might have been the one that first put it out, and she was talking about it too. Cardi needs to leave him. Or I don't know if she said that, but she put out there a lot of people, of course, every time Offset has been caught cheating or allegedly cheating, everybody's saying Cardi but dumb for staying with him. So Cardi comes out and says, why y'all want me to leave my man? Y'all got nothing to say about me, so y'all try to talk about my man. If I get divorced, what's gonna happen? All this gonna happen. This is what Cardi B saying. All this gonna happen is I'm gonna upgrade. I'm gonna get me a new rich dude, even better than him. I got a cold-blooded body. She said about, her breast good, her booty good, her stomach flat, her coochie good. She going off. Cardi is going ham, talking about how it would be nothing for her to get another nigga. Everybody in the industry want her. Upgrades. She gonna upgrade to another rich dude. Just that's what it is. Eddie ain't nothing gonna be happy. She ain't gonna be sad. She gonna be out here getting it. That's what Cardi said. Go talk your stuff, queen. But of course, she's not divorcing Offset, that at least that we know of. They are still together, still married, and still in a relationship. Not just married, but still in a relationship. So any man hearing your woman talk that greasy like that about how any nigga, she can get any dude she want, and all the men want her, and she can, and her body good, she'll put it on them good with that good box she got, any man's gonna feel the type of way. So I think Offset tweeted out something like, be free as a bird or something like that, saying like, you can leave if you want to, I ain't impressed about it. You know what, because I'm Offset, I can give me some too. That's what Offset's saying. So then Offset, after that, put out that, he said something to the effect of, my girl cheated on me with somebody, my wife cheated on me with somebody, y'all know how I get down. You know what I'm saying? So he putting out there, I don't know if he's saying he gonna hurt somebody, if he gonna go mess with a bunch of chicks. I don't know what he said, but pretty much he start put that rumor out there. So then Cardi B got to come back again and talk about he's stupid, she ain't cheating on him. The whole industry, they know all the same people. Somebody would have been open their mouth if she cheated with a rich dude, they would have told. If she cheated with a broke dude, they definitely would have told. She called him stupid and all this stuff. I'm gonna say this, Cardi. First, let me get to you, Cardi, because y'all both wrong. Because y'all both shouldn't have made this public. Let's get to Cardi. Look, dude, I get what your point was, as far as saying that you can move on, like you being Offset, not being together won't be the end of you. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. That's probably how you should have said that. Like, if we don't work it out, that won't be the end of me. So what y'all mad for? You decide to go into graphic detail about how you gonna get you another rich one, even better than Offset, and he gonna buy you all this stuff and take you all this shopping, and you got a whole bunch of dudes you can pick from if you really wanted to. How do you think that your man is gonna feel? Cardi, how would you feel if Offset got on some social media platform and start talking about, like, if he left you, he'd go get him something better, he bounced back, all these chicks be on him, mad time, man, anywhere he go, all the females want, just talking, like, this is missive of, like, that ain't nothing. If I don't need this marriage, essentially is how you talking. You know what I'm saying? And so I get where Offset's coming from. I get why Offset would be upset. And Cardi, I understand that you're a celebrity and you got a little, sizzle when you talk. You a New York girl and all that. But you have to understand the consequences of your actions are that man that you with, that you share that bed with, that you got them 2 kids with, that you got that ring from. He gonna feel type of way about that. And so maybe you need to be in the future a little bit more cautious of your words, and that's not controlling you. That's being in a relationship, having somebody that you're in a relationship with and working together to have an understanding of not only how to communicate with each other, but just how to communicate about each other when you're talking, especially when you have this huge platform and you're speaking to all people and it's going to be picked up everywhere. This man's going to feel humiliated. And he did, because it's like, what the heck? You talking real gangster right now. Like, what the heck? All these dudes, like, You just know you good. You just forget me, huh? Now, Offset clearly did not handle it the right way. What he should have done was he should have took it private, talked to her, and be like, yo, what's going on? Are you holding some resentment against me? Or what's happening? That's not cool. We don't do that. Instead, he go and make it even worse. It was already bad. Now it's even worse. Now, and it's worse on him because he's saying, Cardi B was giving a hypothetical of what would happen if y'all broke up. Now, Offset over here talking about, he just straight up saying, Cardi cheated on me. Simple as that. So that's making the situation even worse for you, but also for the relationship, because now she comes back on talking real tough, and I'm like, yo, Offset, please don't go back online. No more needs to be said in public. Y'all have done enough. Y'all have to live together. All of us who reacted, me, who got something to say, we don't got to deal with y'all. Y'all got to deal with each other. So y'all need to realize real fast that this public stuff ain't gonna help no situation. It's gonna make a lot of people butthurt because people gonna be clowning y'all for stuff that your partner said, and that's gonna make you mad at them. And then we gonna be in a whole big old mess. And by the way, you got kids, and clearly y'all want to make it work because throughout the cheating rumors and stuff, y'all still there. So it's all about doing the right thing and the smart thing, you know. I get that sometimes we fold under pressure a little bit. Maybe we all human. We succumb to our emotions. We do stuff without thinking of the consequences all the way through. So I'm hoping this is a learning experience for you both, and to realize that maybe everything that you think don't need to be said, and y'all can speak to each other. And it's also understood. Cardi, you fine. You'll find another dude. I don't know if you'll find another Offset. You got 2 kids now. It's a little harder. It is. It's not impossible. And you are a celebrity, so y'all kind of do exist in your own little world with that type of stuff. But usually it's not just so simple as I'll just get another dude to wife me, maybe to buy you stuff. Yeah, a lot of dudes will do that. But wife you, I think y'all both need to just try to kind of chill out with that kind of rhetoric in general, regardless if you're right or wrong. And y'all would love each other because, you know, Offset was just him and Quavo made up, at least for the tribute to Takeoff at the BET Awards. It was all loving and beautiful and nice. So you really hate to see, you know, that get outshined by this drama. You know, that's not the big news of Offset this week now, that him and Quavo got back together and they performed tribute to Takeoff. It's more so about his marital issues or whatever it is. So keep it private. It looks like DJ Akademiks is finding out that a lot of these people that you thought were laughing with you are actually laughing at you. Akademiks was on his stream and he was talking about, essentially what Akademiks was saying was, he's tired of all these big names with these platforms, and he mentioned Andrew Schultz, he mentioned Charlamagne the God, who Akademiks always says that he looks up to, that Charlamagne's like a big bro, like a mentor to him. He brought him up. He brought what's his name? Gillian Wallow for $1 million worth of game. He brought them up. Akademiks said he's tired of coming on their platforms, going to their shows, bringing his audiences over there, giving them the ratings, and then when it's time for them to return the favor, nobody has time for him. He said he's been talking to people for over a year, over this many years, that many years. Nobody has time for him. Yeah, when they call on him, he's very accommodating and he's giving up his time. Akademiks has said that pretty much Joe Budden and Vlad are the only people who give him their time, and he gives them his time. And acts like pretty much moving forward, if you don't really mess with me, if the love's not real, if it's not reciprocal, if it's not an even exchange here, there's nothing. Don't ask me for nothing. I don't got the time for you no more. He was also going off about Drake never hitting him up when Ak was asking for tickets. So Ak said, "I just bought my own tickets. I don't care." So Ak just kind of learning what this industry is, and although he wants to be respected and accepted, even with people who cool with him, he never will be. He'll always be an outsider looking in. That's how they view him. That's what they think about him. The way in which he's gotten to his bag is not respected by them, because a big part of the reason he's gotten to where he's at is giving commentary on their actions. But I'm not surprised about Charlamagne. Charlamagne seemed to be one he was hurt the most about, which I get, because Charlamagne, he always thought that, looked up to Charlamagne as a mentor, a big bro, somebody, a friend, a real friend. he looked to Charlamagne, someone he can come to for advice, and someone who has given him advice. So that's the one he's the most heard about. I'm not surprised that Charlamagne was like that though. I remember when Joe first left Everyday Struggle, and Joe went and got the bag from Diddy, and everybody was wondering, is Act gonna go with Joe and they go do something else? And Act didn't do it. And this is when Joe and Charlamagne were still cool. Joe would like talk bad, Charlamagne would talk bad about Akademiks and say that like, yo, Act is tripping, his business not working right. He was kind of like, he was dissing Act a little bit. You could tell. And like, he had like, I've been listening to Charlamagne for a while. He had little slick comments he was making about Akademiks. So I'm at that point in time, I'm thinking Act and Charlamagne not cool. I'm thinking something must have happened. The friendship is over. They not fooling with each other. So it was a surprise to me that after all of that, maybe like a few months or something, or a year or something after that, I'm hearing Charlamagne say stuff like, yo, Act is cool, Act's my guy. I'm hearing Akademiks say Charlamagne, that's my homie, that's big bro, he's like a mentor or somebody I look up to. I'm like, oh, I guess maybe I was reading into it too much. I don't know. I guess that's what I was thinking. But now with this sudden turn and Akademiks showing frustration that maybe the relationship isn't an even exchange, isn't 50-50, and it's more so, Charlamagne and all these guys will leech on the Akademiks because he brings views, but then they won't give him their time of day to, have him benefit off of them. So with him acting like that, I went back to that. I went back to Charlamagne kind of talking trash about how Akademiks handling Joe leaving Everyday Struggle, and I'm like, yeah, maybe it has always been like that from Charlamagne, but he recognized the talent in Akademiks, and he just wanted to use it for as long as he could. But Act he's a big brand, he's a big name, he doesn't need them. It's nice to have those other voices around. It's nice to have access to them and record. Everybody talks and has content that they put out and has opinions that they give, so it's always good to have other big names to bounce those ideas off of. But like I said, Act doesn't need Charlamagne, and to be honest, Charlamagne don't need Act. $1 Million for the Game don't need Act. Schultz don't need Act. Andrew Schultz, they don't need Act, but they definitely use them for content. And Akademiks, and rightfully so, feels slighted that he couldn't use them in return for content for his podcast or his whatever he wants to do. So it's just messed up. I agree with that. It is messed up, but now it's about how you move forward. They got that win. I guess you took that L in a way, even though you probably would say you didn't take an L, but just move forward. You still getting the bag. You're still doing good, and you still getting good interviews, and you about to be on the pod with Joe. So I'm wondering what's going to happen with that, because Charlamagne was putting down, well, he was just saying, Charlamagne was just saying that Joe's not on his level. Charlamagne's building up a whole network, stuff like that. So anytime Joe Budden's name comes out of Charlamagne's mouth, you can bet that Joe Budden's going to say something. And with Akademiks there, he's definitely going to ask Joe about it, even if Joe not going to say nothing. So it should be a good time. More relationship drama as Lil Uzi Vert and JT of the City Girls got into a little scuffle, a little lovers quarrel at the BET Awards. Now, we don't know for sure what the issue was, but people was recording them. They got into an argument. JT started calling Uzi a groupie and, cursing him out. Threw a phone at him, stormed off. He went chasing, trying to get her to come back. Later, they came back and everything was all good. Some people are guessing that she was upset that he had Ice Spice in his song, and Uzi had just performed the song on stage and it had Ice Spice in. He said his wife would look like Ice Spice when she take a wig off or whatever, and Ice Spice was seated towards them, next to them, and her and Uzi was having a little conversation, probably giggling a little bit. JT saw that. I don't know, that's the rumor anyway, that she saw that with his feelings type of way about Uzi being a little too friendly, a little too comfortable, having maybe one too many laughs with the beautiful Ice Spice, so she was in her feelings. Now, one thing this has shown me, and I had a lot of people laughing, which, I guess, it's funny, laughing. And other people are saying, man, if he had did this to her, y'all would be talking about cancel that dude. Everybody would have been up in arms. The whole internet would have been angry at Uzi. And yeah, that's true. That's true. There are double standards, and a lot of times, women, y'all like to pretend that the double standards are only against you. No, there are tons of double standards that are for women, and one of those is that you can cause a scene and attack and hit your partner and curse your partner out. People are just probably gonna laugh, or at the most be like, man, that's kind of ghetto, you know. But yeah, we can't do that. Even if we just yelled at you, everybody back like we the worst monsters ever. How could we embarrass her like that and all this stuff? But the simple fact is, while there are double standards, and I do support double standards, abusing your partner is not one of them. I never support that double standard. I think that it should be even all across the board. We treat it the same way. Just because your hits don't hurt me doesn't mean I want to be hit. Doesn't mean that that's the right thing for somebody to do, to physically assault somebody. And I'm not trying to make it bigger than what it is. She ain't like she really tried to hurt him or nothing. I get that. Not being over dramatic, but I'm just saying in general, I'm not with that. That's just me though. And even bigger than that, worse than that, she's embarrassing this dude. This is your guy. He ran after you to come and bring you back. He cares about you. This your dude, right? Lil Uzi Vert, the big rock star dude, one of the biggest rappers in the world. Making hella bands. You a city girl, so you like a dude to make a lot of money. He fits that for you. Why would you want to embarrass him? Why would you want to put him on blast? Now all of us are looking like, men are looking at Uzi like, dang, Uzi, you little whip. You know? He looking kind of like a pushover, like a lame. That's what you do when you act like that. And that's a real big problem. I see a lot of women laughing and snickering about this. That's not cool. No, 20 years ago, nobody would have been doing that. Would have been like, dang, why is they acting like that? That would have been shame on her, because we don't know what happened. Now all of a sudden, what do women say? Oh, well, the man must have did something. He must have been flirting. He must have been trying to see. He must have da-da-da-da-da. We don't know. Only thing we know is what we saw. What we saw is JT get upset, get hyped, throw a phone to the man, curse him out in front of everybody, storm off leaving. Uzi goes to chase her to please come back. If a man had did all that and walked off and the woman went to go chase, they'd be like, girl, why is you chasing? Instead, I'm seeing people like, oh yes, go get her. Look, he begging for her back. Now, to be fair, that's not everybody. And there are some people, some women even, who are thinking what I'm thinking. But I do see a lot of people celebrating that she got him wrapped around her finger essentially. That's not good. I've noticed a lot of women are very comfortable with embarrassing their man, with emasculating their man, with just, going off, getting back and being rough and tough with they do. And sorry to say this, that's not attractive. It's not. Eye for eye is not good. And if you feel like you're in a relationship where you got to do that because they did that to you, that's not healthy. And you shouldn't be in that. Now, I don't think that they need to break up. I'm not advocating for Uzi to leave her. What I'm advocating for is that they think about this stuff next time. And maybe if you feel a certain way about something, y'all can talk about it when y'all get home. Because all this does is welcome people into your business. And one thing I know celebrities always talk about, why everybody my business? Y'all my business. You always got that to say. Well, when y'all do stuff like this at a public place, on television, even though they didn't show that on television, but y'all do this with TV cameras there, people with their phones there, everybody's there. Then we get all up in your business. And even though right now, Uzi and JT may be fine, we over here talking about it, it makes bring some lingering feelings. It could be possible that if nobody ever knew about this, they'd be fine right now. But who knows? Maybe Uzi is feeling type of way. Maybe he don't like being a laughingstock, looking like a simp. Maybe he holds on to that. Maybe he doesn't, but maybe he does. You gotta look. People say you shouldn't care about what other people think. That's just not realistic. We're human beings. We're social creatures. Of course we care about what other people think, especially when we're public figures. We're selling ourselves to the public. Of course we care what they think. You know what I'm saying? So, if nothing else, show some restraint. You can express yourself when y'all get home, y'all get back to your hotel room, whatever. But acting out and wilding over this little stupid stuff, I mean, what did he really say to the girl? Y'all still went and sat over there. So it couldn't have been nothing that crazy. You know what I'm saying? I mean, just for everybody. That's not a behavior that you praise. That's behavior that you condemn, and you lecture, and you try to get a course correction out of that. So that's the show for today. Thank you so much for tuning in and taking in this whack wisdom, and hope that you come back next week to get a little bit more from me. Of course, as always, if you haven't already, please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you're notified every time I'm dropping new content on the YouTube channel. And if you listen to the podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or Google Podcasts, please make sure to follow, like, all the stuff that you can do. Leave a review, everything you can do on the podcast as well. With that being said, this is the WACCast podcast, and I am whacking off. It's the WACCast podcast, yeah. Talk whack to me, talk whack to me, yeah. Talk whack to me, talk whack to me. It's the WACCast podcast, yeah. Talk whack to me, talk whack to me, yeah. Talk whack to me, talk whack to me.